BBC News has responded to allegations by Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen that its documentary exposing sex trafficking of minors in Mai Mahiu was fabricated to tarnish the country's image. The broadcaster insists no victim was paid to appear on camera and maintains the documentary met all editorial standards. Stephen Leto reports.
In Mai Mahiu, Nakuru County.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, appearing before the National Assembly's full plenary on Wednesday, faced questions over a BBC documentary alleging sexual exploitation of minors in Mai Mahiu, Nakuru County. Murkomen dismissed the documentary as a hoax and a piece of activism.
While it's possible that the BBC crew aimed to shed light on these issues, it's now apparent that the documentary failed to meet the intended purpose due to falsified information from several interviewees.
BBC in a statement this evening said, quote, "For clarity, none of the contributors featured in this film were paid, offered payment or coached in any way. As clearly stated in the film, the survivors of abuse who were interviewed were all over 18 and recounted experiences of abuse that occurred when they were underage. We are thankful to the survivors for their brave contributions." The statement further says that they originally handed the evidence gathered during the investigation to the Kenya Police in March 2025, in which perpetrators of crimes against children were clearly identified, as were the victims who were in need of urgent assistance. The statement further adds that BBC Africa Eye's investigation titled Madams, Exposing Kenya's Child Sex Trade, is an important piece of public interest journalism that documents the exploitation of children in the Kenyan sex trade.
Preliminary findings indicate that some of the girls interviewed by BBC falsified their age to qualify for the promised sponsorship, as the BBC team was interested in underage girls engaged in sex work.
The expose, which has since garnered traction online, painted a grim picture of how girls as young as 13 years were easily manipulated and introduced to the sex industry for money. Following the release of the documentary, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, directed the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, to investigate the matter and submit its findings within 7 days. Stephen Leto.